Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go through some pennies today, and we're going to be looking for some older pennies. Maybe find some wheat pennies. Looking for errors, double dies, and such. Different things. Hopefully, we'll find some little treasures. Anyway, welcome on into our coin hunting channel. We are here for the coin collector. We'll discuss anything you want to discuss. Glad to have you all here. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Help us grow this channel. So let's get started. We'll open up some pennies and just see what we can find. Maybe we'll get lucky. Run across some really cool stuff. That would be great. That would be just awesome. Looks like we might have some copper and some newer stuff, and who knows. Let's just get started and go through it and see what we can find. All right. Let's get on in here a little bit where we can see what's going on. All right. Start out with a 2003. 2003. There's this a shield penny, and it's a 2019. 2019. Another shield penny. A lot of these look like they're going to be newer. It's 2021. It's not a bad looking penny. That one's got some kind of, I don't know, it got some green on it, 2002. It's weird it was right in the middle on both sides of that coin. 2016. 2003. 1993 Denver. 93 Denver. All right. 1965. 1965. That's a pretty good looking 1965. It doesn't have a lot of damage. It's got a lot of good detail. Let's zoom in there and see what we see. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Flip it over and look at the reverse of it. That coin is copper, and it's a pretty good looking coin from 1965. Get back out just a little bit. All right, 2015 Philadelphia. $1987. It's got some toning on it. 2019 Denver. 2019 Denver. 89. This is a 2015. 1987 Denver. A lot of these are going to be newer. There's a 2023. I don't see the V on them 23s like we always talk about. There's some reason or another they ended up with an extra V down right next to the VDB at the bottom, down there at the bottom of the shoulder. And then just to the right of the VDB that's on there, there was an extra V stamped in there, and it makes it a little more valuable, but that's not on that coin, so we're just going to keep on keeping on. There's a 2002 Denver. 2022. That's a pretty good looking 1978. That's a copper. 1978. Not that bad looking. There's is a 22. Another 23. Looking for that V. Extra V. I can't really tell, but it doesn't look like. No. There's some little marks there, but it's not the V. Interesting. So we're going to keep on looking. All right. Got a 1977. Some of these pennies, they look pretty good for a little bit older. That one is nearer and it looks disgusting. There's a 2024. Really nice 2024. Now this looks like a copper. Wonder what year this is. Who wants to guess what year it is? I'm going to say I don't know, so we'll just flip it over and a 1962D. 1962 Denver. It's a little bit older from a 1962. Drop that one. See where it went. There it is. All right, 21. (2007). There's this 2017 minted in Philadelphia. It's got some kind of disease, it looks like. 88. Nice looking 88. 2000. We're going to be looking for the wide AM on that one. That AM in America needs to be separated like the M and the E in America for it to be an error. And those two are touching, so that's definitely not it. Just not finding that thing. I found one time, and I probably got it somewhere. It's not a very good looking coin, but anyway, we'll just keep looking, keep searching. There's another 2023. It looks uncirculated. That's a pretty nice looking coin. I don't know. I don't see the extra V. It's a very good looking coin though. 24. 1973. 1973. That's a copper. Man, these things are filthy. Filthy quarters, filthy pennies. There's a 23, another 23, looking for that V. Extra V there, don't see it. (2020). (2013). That's a nice shiny looking coin. So, question is how old is that coin? Is it a copper? It kind of appears to be one. Let's see what it is. It is. That is a very good looking 1963. 1963 Denver. That one there will definitely be going into a flip. That is a really good looking BU 1963 Denver. Yes, it is. Tell you what, that one's going into a flip. So let me grab a flip to put it in wherever I might have put them. I'm sure they're here somewhere. I'm liable to locate them any time now. There's me. I hadn't been using many of the smaller flips lately, so haven't really found a whole lot of stuff that I want to put in a flip. But we're gonna put us a nice, pretty 1963 Denver in one today. These flips, they're a little bit small, but to hold the penny. That didn't work out the way I expected it to. We'll get it though. Put that thing in there. That looks pretty good. He's nice and secure in there now. Double check one more time before I go writing. 1963. Denver. BU. Doesn't look circulated at all. So we found that out of a roll on 12, 21, 25. Very nice coin. Gotta save that guy. All right, where were we at? All right. Let's get back in here to it. 2019. 2016. 18. 17p. Another 17p, back to back. 1991 needs a bath. 90, I believe that's a 92. Kind of hard to see that one. Yep, 92. It's a 92 Denver. What we're looking for on the 92 is a close AM. Right up there. Of course, this one really wouldn't matter because it's so damaged, but I don't even know if we can get a good picture of it. It's pretty out of focus. There it is. See how it's separate between the A and the M, and what you want on these is you want them real close on the A and the M on the 1992s. But that one's terrible. Even if we found a close AM, it would have been really no good to us. That's got a weird stripe across it. I don't know, it's probably just dirt. There's a 95, and on the 95 we're looking for a double die on the obverse, and I don't know if we're going to be able to tell. I don't think it is. We may have to scope that thing. My eyes aren't that good. The zoom's not that good, but you should be able to see a double die doubling on the In God We Trust, especially on the W of the We. I don't see it, but I will put it under the scope later and look at it. And a 2001. 2001. All right. That's pretty cool. Tell you what, I guess while we're sitting here, we might as well just go ahead and just look and see if that thing's got any doubling. We'll try to, if we can get it up there. No, I don't see any doubling on any of that. We'll look down on the date, see if we see anything on the date. No, I don't really see any doubling on the date. That little mark there beside the leg of that first 9, that's kind of machine doubling a little bit, but it's not a double die. Definitely not a double die. I'll look over on Liberty just to make sure I don't see anything that really stands out tremendously. No. So, not a double die. All right. Moving right along. We'll get back to it. See if we can't kill some of that light there. And we will look and see what we can find now. All right. Okay. Let's don't get too close now. That's pretty close. Oh well. There's a 23. While we're that close, we'll look, see if we can see that extra V. Yeah, I don't see an extra V. I see a really dirty coin, but I don't see an extra V. 1979. That's 79. There's a copper coin for us. All right, 2017 P. That's a pretty 17. It's got a little scratch under Liberty over there, but other than that, it's a pretty decent looking coin, you know. Anyway, these shield pennies, I don't love them like I love the memorial pennies, but see a V on that. That's 23. Looking for the extra V. Don't see it. $1972. No, that's not a 72. That's a 2002, and it looks rough. Okay. My eyes, not that good. Not that good. Another 23. No extra V. $2017 Denver. $98. Looking for the wide AM, I think, on the 98s, and it's not there. All right, we're back. Had a little phone call there. I had to stop for a minute, handle some business. But we're back into our pennies. Back into our pennies. 2016. There's a copper from 1970. 1970. Looking for a 1970S. It's got a double die on it, but that's not it. But that is a 1970. That's the year I was born, 1970. That makes that thing about 55 years old. 2022. $1981. That's not a bad looking 81. That's a copper. Got to keep that guy. Put it in our copper stock. Keeping all our copper. Copper is copper pennies. Copper's going up. They're talking about making copper, put it on the precious metal list for long. So we'll see. But copper penny is worth about 3.5 cents in copper. Wow, look at that, 1973. That is a very good looking 1973. Very good looking. It's got a little spot there that may be dirt. I'm not sure. Maybe dirt. I hope it's dirt. But it's a very good looking 1973. I'd probably classify that as AU. Almost uncirculated. It doesn't have any, from what I can tell, any major marks on it. Very nice. Got that one little dark spot on it. I wish that wasn't there, but it's still a very good looking 1973. Very good looking 1973. All right. Another copper coin, 1964. A lot of copper in these rolls. Well, you know, a pretty good bit. We're about halfway through this second roll, and there's another copper, 1973. 1973. You know, look at the difference in these. That's a 1973. Minted in Philadelphia. It has no mint mark, so it was minted in Philadelphia. And right beside it, there's another 1973 minted in the same place in Philadelphia. Striking difference in the color and the tone and the detail and everything. Absolutely. But anyway, so there's another copper, 1973. Dropping them out everywhere and everything. We'll get them out of there one way or the other. If we have to burn them out, we'll get them out. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. All right, 2015, minted in Philadelphia. There's an 83. Only a few of them have been found, but there are a few floating around out there, 1983s, that were minted in copper. And they're worth quite a bit of money if you find one. They quit making the copper in 82, sometime in the middle of the year of 82. That's a 97. That's not a bad looking 97. There's some pretty coins in this batch. It's a nice 97. 2019. (2014) 22. There's a 1949. That is really cool. A 1949, minted in Philadelphia. It's a wheat cent. Awesome sauce. We got ourselves a wheatie. I love these rolls. You know, I didn't think I was going to like them too much to begin with, but you know, we're lucky to even have these rolls. The banks are really stingy with the pennies right now. But luckily, they gave me a few rolls. 97. (2020) Denver. That's a nice looking coin. It's got a couple of marks beside the memorial, but 1999. 99. We'll look again for the wide AM. The A and the M are touching, or close to touching. So that's not what we're looking for, but very nice looking 1999. 93. 2008 or 2000, or was it 2006? 85. 2003. 2001. 1979 Denver. Another copper. Kind of rough looking, but it's a copper. So we're going to put it in our little copper stock. There's a 2017 Philadelphia. 1988. 1988. 21 looks terrible. Ooh, that one's really diseased. Not even sure. That's a 2000 something, but it caught the disease for sure. It'll infect the rest of the coins before it's over with. There's a 2000. That's a nice looking 2000. I can't tell. There's definitely a space between the A and the M. Definitely a noticeable space between the A and the M. We might have just found us a wide AM $2000. And it's a good looking coin. Going to put that off over here to the side. We're going to have to do a little bit of investigating on that. We might have found us one. I don't think I've ever found a 2000. I think I've got a 98 or a 99. But I don't think I've ever found a 2000. There's a 2004. You can't trust what people are saying on the internet about some of these coins, because some sites say that there's a double ear on the 2004. I know that on the 84 there's a double ear, but I don't see any signs of a double ear, and I've never seen one. But some people on the internet say they make that. There are some out there, but I don't know. 2018, 1981 Denver. That's copper. Anything prior to 82 is definitely copper. There's a 23. We're looking for that extra V. I don't see the extra V. 95. We're looking for that. Looking for a double die. Man, we found some pretty cool stuff. Who knows? We might find a double die. I don't see it on that one. No. No. Don't believe so. No telling what that is, but it is it's definitely got a lot of road rash. My hands are filthy. Gonna have to do some cleaning up here shortly. 2016. There's another. No, it's not. Thought it was another copper. Look at the toning on that. You see the purples in it and everything? There are people that collect coins that are toned like that. They'll pay a little bit more than face value for them, but what this is, it's laying over here. Oh, that was 83. All right. Like I said, on this this one here, we're going to do a little investigating on this 2000, because that just might be the wide AM. Okay. I think we might go ahead and do just one more roll, and then we'll call it done for the night. Have to get up and start driving tomorrow early. So we'll just see. There's some darker stuff in that. We got one in there that looks almost black. And then there's some really shiny ones. So there we go. Let's just get a handful of these out and see what we can do with them. See if we can't locate us something cool. 2015, jumping out of my hand. 1997. '86. 91. There's a shiny old 2021. Nasty looking 2000 something. 14, is that 14? I guess so. I guess it is. 1976. The bicentennial year of America, 1976. Not a bad looking brown coin. '83 Denver. There's the 95 again. 1995. Let me double check on that 95 and see if it's supposed to be a Denver or a Philadelphia or what. I'll be using the red book. I love to recommend the red book. It has a lot of great information in it. So always check out the red book, and you can go through the red book to find out certain things. Like we're going to look right now, we're going to take a look and see about the 95 penny. And we're going to see what it says. All right. Where are we at? 1995. 1995. It's going to be the 1 minute in Philadelphia. It doesn't have the D. There's the 95D. So the 1995 doubled obverse. And then we're going to look up here and see what we're looking for. And if you'll notice, mainly the doubling. You can see some on the T and the R, but definitely can tell it on the W and the E and on the D. So anyway, we're looking for the doubling on a 1995 without the Denver mint mark, without the no mint mark 1995. So this one has the mint mark. So we're not even wasting any time when we're going through these things looking for a double die that wouldn't be there at all. Anyway, so there's your 1995. And the one we're looking for is definitely the Philadelphia. And that is mighty diseased. Can't even tell what year it is. But it's diseased, so it's going back to circulation. There's a 1982. That's a pretty good looking 1982. That's going to be the large date, 1982. Definitely the large date. And you can tell the large date by the shape of the 2 and also by the 8. If you see that, notice the 8 on the 82, it's the holes are pretty close to the same in the circles of the 8. The 2, which I'm losing focus here, but anyway, the 2, the way it just comes almost straight down once it makes its curve, and it's thick right there in the elbow of the 2, at the base of the 2, and then also the letters "In God We Trust," they're thicker and more. So that's the large date. That one was minted in Philadelphia. Let me grab some power because my power is running low. So I need to get some power plugged in. Yeah, we're down really low. All right. Okay. 2022. Almost through the first half of this this roll. There's a 2004 Philadelphia. Another 2024. Very nice. 2016. 2005. Another copper, a 1980. 1980. Yeah. And we have a 1986. Next up, 1990. Well, that looks like another copper. 1971 Denver. 1971 Denver. If it was a Philadelphia, the no mint mark, we'd be looking for a double die on that one, but we're not. So it's not, we're not. There's a 23, looking for the extra V. Don't see it. 2016. Yep. 2006. And we're about to finish this roll up right here. So we'll just have to see. About to finish this one right here up. And then we'll see where we stand after that. All right. Okay, another 2023. Looking for that extra V. I don't see it. There's another copper. 1969. 1969. We'd be looking for an error on the 69S, but that's not an S, so it just goes in the copper stock. 2017 Philadelphia. 97. 2016. 2001. 97. 98. 98, we're looking for the wide AM. You see how the A and the M are practically touching right there? And it's the 98, 99, and 2000 that we check for the wide AM. And the 2000 we found earlier, which is right here. And you can see that the A and the M are separate on that 2000. I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two, but I can. The A and the M are touching up there on the top one. And there's actually a gap between the A and the M on the bottom one, which is the 2000. So, pretty sure that's what we've got there is the wide AM on the 2000. There's a 2006. And there's something that's really yucky looking. 1990. Get these back in my hand where I can get to them. Okay. That's a 1980 Denver. That's copper. We'll keep that in the copper stock. 93. There's a 1999. It's in bad shape. So even if it had the wide AM, we wouldn't keep it. I mean, it's not, it has no value other than the penny that it is right now. I can't really tell. It's so yuckified, but it looks like they're touching. Doesn't really matter, even like I said, whether they are or not. There's a 1974. That's copper. Keep that. 84. Got some nice toning on it. Not too bad looking there. It's a toned up 1984. Somebody would buy that just because they like the toning. 2015, and when I say buy it, I mean they may pay $1 for it, you know, not really spend any money. There's a 1972 Denver. That's a copper. 2001. Pretty nice 2001, isn't it? Yes, it is. 1975. 75. 82. I believe that's the large date. Yeah, that's the large date. I almost want to, even though it's kind of rough looking, I almost kind of want to get the scope out and look at that. Maybe we will in just a minute. Since we're about to wrap this up, we'll go ahead and finish these out. I don't see the V on that 23. There's a 21. 23 again. Don't see the V on it. 22. 83. Oops. Another 2000. The A and the M are touching. That's not what we're looking for. And finally, last but not least, a 1981 copper. 1981 copper penny. So, I don't know, I think we did 3 rolls, I believe. I believe that's what we did, was 3. And I'm pretty sure we did 3. No, that was that. This one I wanted to look at with the scope for a minute. Put that 1963 over there. And that 73 is pretty nice looking. I may just go ahead and put him in a it's got that one little spot, but I may go ahead and put him in a flip as well. I think I will. It's just a really nice looking penny. And with them, if I can find what I did with my smaller flips. I know I had them here just a moment ago. It don't take me long to lose something. There are the quarter flips. Well, that's just fascinating. Ooh. My back's hurting a little bit. Well, tell you what, instead of spending a lot of time doing that, I'll just slip it down in here for right now. I'll put that up there somewhere. I'm just gonna get the scope out. Just have a little look and see, just to make myself feel better. Yeah, it's just a really thick W, and that's another way that you can tell if you're dealing with the small date or the large date, is the letters in the large date are a lot thicker. They're kind of smushy looking, and like I said, the 8, it's in the small date, it's a lot more like a snowman. The top one is a lot smaller than the bottom of the 8, and then the 2, I don't know if you can tell, but right there on the 2, where it comes down, right there, it's straight, and on the large date, and on the small date, the 2 has more of a curve. It'll come down where that one comes down. If I quit moving around, where this one comes down this way, straight, this kind of comes around a little bit more of a curve, and it kind of curves back out that way and then down. Anyway, if I had one out right here, I would show you, but either way, I was just looking to see if maybe we had a double die there, but we don't. It was just really thick, and my eyes are really bad. So anyway, so that will just about do it. That'll about do it for tonight. Appreciate everyone joining me, hanging in there to the bitter end, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll do a lot more content. Have a great day.